Welcome to the Law Accounting Brief, the podcast where we explore how law firms are transforming operations, embracing innovation, and building smarter practices. I'm your host, Vani Kamra, and today I will have the privilege of speaking with someone who exemplifies leadership, vision, and impact in the legal space, Alberto Estrella, managing partner of Estrella LLC, a leading litigation and business law firm based in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So Estrella LLC made history as our first client in Puerto Rico, and since then, they've set a standard for how law firms can modernize without losing their roots. Alberto, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Vani. Thank you for having us.
So I just wanted to start off by asking you, can you tell us a little bit about your journey in founding and growing Estrella LLC? What inspired you to start the firm?
Sure. That's a good question. As you mentioned, we've been around for a while. We're based in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Last year, in fact, we celebrated our 50th anniversary under the name Estrella, but the Estrella is not from myself, but rather my father, who founded the firm under the name Estrella. Having said that, it was an existing firm in the same building where we're at, San Juan, a historic building. And he had joined a firm in 1960, and it's a firm that had been in the same building since 1902. We're based, and our offices are in a historic building where there's been an operating law firm for over 120 years.
Wow. So what differentiates Estrella LLC in the Puerto Rican legal market, like particularly in how you approach client service or operations?
Sure. And going to one of the points that you mentioned regarding application of technology or leading and automation and things like that, I think one of the things that distinguishes us is our ability to utilize and deploy technology to improve the quality and the efficiency of the services we provide to our client. And that's been something that we've been very keen on implementing and fostering over the past 30 years. Been at the firm since 1994. And early on, we started implementing technology in that way with the vision of not just implementing technology for the sake of implementing technology, but rather finding those tools and the technology that would allow us to be more effective and efficient for our clients. I think that's one of the areas that differentiates us from other competitors in Puerto Rico, which is a jurisdiction, by the way, that typically lags behind the U.S. mainland 5 or 10 years in technology as it is. So we're very proud to not only lead that aspect of the legal practice in Puerto Rico, but sometimes be even leading our practices in the mainland. So we're very proud of that.
Right. So technology plays a huge role. So when you were looking at different technologies, what led you to explore law accounting and what stood out about the platform when you first saw it?
No, for sure. And we're very careful, as you would suspect, being a law firm and a medium-sized law firm for Puerto Rico purposes, but a small law firm of the mainland. We're very careful in selecting the right technology for us and technology that we can count on for a long time. We already had within the Salesforce environment, we already had an accounting and finance platform that was connected to our practice management system, which is currently provided by Avalogics, which is now part of Mitratech. And we were not, I won't mention names, but we were not happy with the prior provider, particularly because it did not adapt. It was not adaptable really to legal practices. It was a large and robust platform, but it really was not customizable for our needs. And we're coming prior to Salesforce from a platform which was specifically tailored to law firms. So we were missing that. The folks in Avalogics recommended that we look at you guys. And we're really happy that we did. For vetting law accounting, we spoke to people who've implemented the platform, look at the proposal, obviously, the ROI, and it seemed that it was the right fit for us. And I do have to say, so far, the platform has proven that it was the right decision for us.
Yeah. So now that it's interesting that you actually bring up being your platform, you wanted it to be customizable. So can you go more into that? Like during implementation, were there any specific custom needs or workflows you wanted the system to handle specifically for your team?
Of course, I don't think we have enough time to go through all of them because
just have to.
and I do have to say that's the one thing that was so impressive from the beginning. In legal practice, like everything, especially if you're leveraging Salesforce, the beauty of Salesforce is that it allows you to customize the platform to your needs. So that was really lacking in our prior platform provider for even within Salesforce was again, it really wasn't as customizable as we have been able to leverage the law accounting platform. From the beginning, I remember we had some initial conversations even before agreeing to move to the platform, talking about our pain points. I think that was a very important conversation early on. What are our pain points? What can't we do with our current platform, the product platform that we wanted to do? And I can't think of anything that we brought up that we were told, no, you can't do that with law accounting. Quite the opposite. And from the beginning, we saw those customizations implemented right away. Really, it's literally hard to say that you put smile on people's faces, but that was the case. I saw our administrative and our billing team very happy that now they had a platform that really was adjusted to their needs and our needs rather than us having to adjust our way of doing things to the platform.
So my next question was, did you need law accounting to accommodate any of like the local Puerto Rican nuances? Because I know that Puerto Rico has some like unique businesses and regulatory environments from the mainland US.
For sure, accounting, for sure. It's interesting. We are a territory of the U.S., but for internal revenue purposes, we are a foreign jurisdiction. So we have our Treasury Department, Hacienda, which has its own, income tax code and regulations, and it's very, as any tax structure, it's extremely cumbersome and complicated. So yes, we did have a lot of requirements in that respect, and they were met easily. So that's a good point. It's not easy to come into a new jurisdiction and be able to so easily adapt to the needs of it. So yeah, for sure, better than the prior platform and fully customized to our needs for local regulation, of course.
So that's good to hear. So I know you already touched upon this. I know you said that your team was happier with this platform, but I wanted to go into that more. So what has been the feedback from your internal teams, like finance attorneys, admins, after moving to the new system?
Extremely positive. It's been one of the things that I think that's quite striking is the fact that the amount of time that we're saving now, the ability to do the same tasks that we're doing before quicker and better, having even things as simple as having our invoices on our statements go out in the format that we needed, the branding looking the way we want it to look and at par with our no branding. The prior platform really was not liking, but it did not quite meet our expectation in that respect. So it's hard to really pinpoint because there's been so many instances where the feedback from the team is positive. Also having somebody like support that law accounting gives us immediately, constantly, without having to create a ticket and wait days and days before somebody gets back to you. That in and of itself, that comfort that you get from knowing that there's somebody backing you up and that things are not gonna go away. When you're dealing with billing and finances, that's key. I joke around that in an operation like ours, if the lawyers are the brain, because that's kind of the legal work is that part of the body, the finances are the heart. Without heart pumping, there's no blood and we all die. So we felt reassured and confident having law accounting by our side. So that's I can't give more positive feedback than that. Having that comfort level that I could go to sleep and know things are working, the team is happy, and if something needs to be fixed, we just need to send an email. It'll be fixed within 24 hours.
So you spoke about having like challenges in like billing and financial operations. So for law firm leaders listening today who might be hesitant about change in these aspects, what would you say to them? Yeah, I hope the same. So now I just wanted to wrap it up. I wanted to ask you, so looking ahead, what's next for Estrella LLC? So any specific goals for 2025 you're excited about? So finally, last question, on a more personal note, what motivates you every day to lead a growing, forward-thinking law firm? So the enthusiasm of your customers is rewarding. So yeah, that wraps it up. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and your journey with us. It's always
My
inspiring to
pleasure.
hear from leaders who not only talk about innovation but actually live it, especially in a profession that's evolving so quickly. Yeah, that was it. If you want to see the future of law firm, how the law firm operations can look like, just watch what Estrella LLC is doing. And that was it for this episode. Thank you.